Okay, hello guys. It is the 9th of May 2010. I'm just going to do a quick run through here of the Aussie dollar and the latest developments since we were in Vegas. Looks like a lot of action since when we were actually in Vegas. So it's a bit of a pity because a lot of my levels I was looking at were broken and retested on some of these pairs and brought about some nice moves. So yeah, it looks like everything's kind of gone as I thought, but it's kind of been a bit more accelerated than I was expecting. But we'll see what's going on here now. So we see with this Aussie dollar, I think I mentioned in the last video, possibly a last opportunity to try and go long at the TDST support level. We actually removed that to the close. So I mean, after that we were basically waiting for this lower bat to be broken, which it was on the Wednesday. And we've gone quite a way through it as well. We'll see this in a few of these pairs now that we've broken the lower bats, and we've gone quite a way through them. So we're actually ready to sell now on this pair. So we just got to start looking for any opportunities to go short. At the moment anyway, on the daily chart, there's the 1991 levels, the sort of next resistance level, and obviously if we look to make any bullish thrusts next week, once they're removed to the close, might even get up to that 50% retracement level around about the 1991. Then we can then look to start to sell this pair for an original target of 83.36. I mean, that looks like it's well within the grasp of this pair, to be honest. On the weekly, we're going to make the thrust bar, but we've already tested the TDST support level here. So it's a bit of a funny one. It's going to be a TDF sell setup, but the bar is going to be huge. So I'd expect to see a lot of this bar covered next week, into the next couple of weeks possibly. So still that 91.64 level also remains quite a good selling level. If we could have had a thrust bar that maybe closed around about here, that would have been looking perfect to sell at that 91.64. But as I've seen in the past many times anyway, it doesn't matter. Even though we've closed by quite a lot, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into the future, we could still test this level and fail, and then continue the sort of new downtrend. I mean, looking at this on a monthly chart now as well, as I've been saying for a while, we've been waiting for a TDF bar. So I mean, there is still 3 weeks left in this month, but I mean, the way it's looking at the moment, we're probably going to get that TDF bar. Which would give us the sell setup on the monthly, which gives us scope for quite a good move down, probably at least to the 77 level here. That's kind of half of the 9 count. Quite easily get down to there. So it's looking fairly bearish, but the fact that it's kind of overextended itself, I would prefer to wait and see if the market kind of settles down a bit, and we can find some opportunities to go short in the future. But certainly at the moment, it's definitely looking like we've had a bit of a clean out of all the longs in this market, and I'm fairly sure that we will have a lot of people waiting now to go short on a bit of a retracement here, and then we should see some sort of prolonged weakness in this Aussie dollar against the US dollar. We're getting a lot of signs across the board basically that the US dollar is coming back into play quite strongly. So yeah, I'll mention that. I'll go through that in more depth in the other pairs that I do today. But certainly anyway, it's looking like that it's a sell for this Aussie dollar now. It's a shame because Will did actually have a sell on the go, which was just stopped out. I just watched this video he made of the Aussie dollar, and as I said, I mean, there's potential for this to go down to the 85. I mean, we did get down to 87.37. So I mean, there's definitely lots of potential here for a pretty deep move down. And if we can get down and take out this TDS, the lower bat support on the weekly chart here at 85.12, then a bit of a retracement after that, and we could see a big move down lower in a similar fashion to what the Euro US dollar and pound dollar have done recently and look set to continue to do. So yeah, so basically the outlook for this week is just to keep an eye on any bullish thrusts that are made, and anytime we remove their lows to the close, I would look to sell a retest to that level, and also on that weekly level, the 91.64. Should we get as high as that? I wouldn't really expect us to get as high as that so quick. So yeah, so basically looking to sell any kind of strength in this market going into this week. Okay, cheers.